Robbie Sanchez.
And I'm Viviana Sanchez.
We're here to give you a little guidance of the type of dances that we have in Latin America. We're gonna go back to since 1985, where I've been teaching how to dance, and a lot of the lessons that I teach, I always teach within 5 minutes, which means you can learn for 5 minutes. Do you know about Latin America?
Have you heard about merengue?
Well, let us tell you a little bit of merengue. Merengue comes from the Dominican Republic, and it's a type of dance that is modified on a very simple mode. It's a more on a pattern by moving your hips side by side. So what we do is we're going to guide you the actual pattern of steps, how it operates, how it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to put two of your knees together. What we're going to do is we're going to coordinate by starting with your left foot by bending your knee. So what we do is we create your knee and we pull it out. So that way your body has a different posture. What we're going to do is we're going to straighten that leg and we're going to bend the opposite foot. Same idea, when you do that, we raise the heel. Let's repeat it one more time with your left foot and bend your knee, raise your heel, and one more time and bend your knee and raise your heel. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to coordinate this pattern on an 8 step. So we're going to go 2 feet together right from the beginning. And we're going to start by bend your knee and straighten your leg. The other foot comes out, bend your knee and straighten your leg. One more time and straighten your leg. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into a second pattern. The second pattern, what it is your whole body together. We're going to start with the left foot by bending your knee. That's your first step. Second one, what we're going to do is we're going to tap in. So what we do is bend your knee and tap. By tapping, what we are doing is we're coordinating the sound barrier of the song. Because the song, the merengue song starts boom, 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 boom. Each time that you do that is we coordinate and we tap in. Okay, so let's try that again, Vivi, with you. So we're going to start by boom, 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 boom. So what you do is you tap in with your step on a side by side. Okay, so let's do this together, baby. And here it is. We're going to start with the left foot by bending your knee, create the first step, and tap in, and then straighten your leg. Right? We're going to go with the other foot by bending your knee. Right? We're going to tap in, and we're going to straighten your leg one more time. Same idea, and step, and opposite step, and opposite step, and opposite step. We go into different patterns. The reason why these patterns are modified is because we move the body through different segments. Okay? So, once we coordinated the second pattern, the first one was, remember, to bend your knee, right? So you bend your knee, and you reverse it by bending the other knee one more time and reverse it. Now we talked about the second pattern, which is bending your knee and tapping by the other foot, and tapping, and one more time and tapping. Now we go into the third mode by bringing that movement up higher. Now we work your hips. So we work together the same idea with the left foot by bending your knee, step, and shift your body towards your left side. Reverse it again with the foot by bending your knee, step, and shift your body to the other side. One more time. Here it is, bend your knee and shift your body to your left, and bend your knee, shift your body to your right. Okay, so what we do is we move the bodies side by side. So we work on 3 modes. We're going to go into the 4th one. Knee, your hips, very important that they match together. Okay, so remember the sound is your step. That's your step to the rhythm. Then what we do is we move up to the hands. Instead of you just bending your knee and dancing straight, we're going to bring those hands up to the middle position. What we do. So let's do a very basic step by bending your knee, straighten your leg, and reverse it side by side, and side, and boom, 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 and sound together. You move your body and side by side. Okay, so here it is. That was the one part that is a very basic step, as we always teach, is always starting with 2 feet together. Remember the idea with your knee, bring it up, move your body until your whole body shakes. Okay? So, let's work together with Vivi right now by dancing together. Now the idea of what happens when you and your partner dance together, what we do is we move in closer, okay? Very important is to have those hands and just feel normal. Normal, don't stretch too much. It's not good for your back, so you always got to keep your body straight. So we go into a mode where my hands can touch her waist, and then her arms can go right on my shoulders. So what we do is by dancing together, this is the perfect position because we can shift the bodies together, side by side, and at the same time what happens is we lever a bit of space for the knees not to touch so we can dance together. Okay, so we move side by side by side by side. What we're going to do is we're going to continue this type of dance. Baby's going to turn and face you guys. We're going to do the exact same thing, but we're moving in a different mode so you see how we are dancing together. Okay? This is a very basic step. Now what we're going to do is baby's going to face me again, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to turn and face you guys so the guys and the ladies, they can see how exactly we dance together. So we move side by side by side by side by side. Alright. Okay. So we're going to keep moving forward. Now here it is, a very basic step. Remember, simple as just moving your hips side by side, and that's how it's done. So we're back into this position again together. We're going to shift towards right and left, side by side, by bending your knees. Now we're going to make a little more movement where it's going to be a little more closer by bringing BB close to this position right here, and then we go back by stretching the arms. Don't push or bend your back. Keep your arms straight as much as you can, and then bring her back to the same position when you started. And again, and back, and we're going to bring her closer. One more time. We're going to pull back and bring her closer. So here it is, the same position that together we dance. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you a little more detail into the further dancing. And how you picked up this detailed dancing is by simplicity, is by coordinating a pattern. This pattern are your hands. Now remember one thing is, especially for the ladies, the guys are the ones that are leading. Not the ladies, the guys. Very important for the gentlemen to do this. Always remember, you gotta be gentle with a lady. You cannot be a rough guy and just pull her and think that you are Mr. Macho Man. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna coordinate a pattern by simplicity, coordinating a hand movement. So whenever you're dancing with your partner close, make sure that you stretch back softly without pulling her hard. Create the very first move. When we lead, we create the first move by raising one hand up in the air. What I'm doing is creating a little bridge. This little bridge right here allows me to go right inside by making my very first move and then facing my partner right away. So by us doing this together, two hands together, we come close into the dancing position, we stretch back, you release your right hand, raise your left hand up in the air. We go first by going all the way around until we face our partner. And there it is, we're back to the position. Okay? We're going to move back. We're going to do the second segment. Once the guys get to dance, once they go around, now we invite the lady to do the exact same thing. Okay? So here it is. We go into the back position close. We march together by reversing all the way to the back. I will create the very first turn, all the way around. Here it is, the second one. Now we invite the lady to move forward and allow her to turn as well. So we actually added two different patterns. Let's do this again. One more time from the opposite side position. So we are right here. We dance together, side by side. We're going to pull back one more time. Stretch the arm. I get to raise my left hand up in the air. I will spin all the way around until I face my partner. Once I face my partner, I allow her to also turn all the way around until she faces me. Okay? So here it is, a modification by us doing this pattern together. I will show you a little difference. Whenever you're dancing with your partner, what we do is whenever I coordinate the dance, so we're going to be dancing faster, and we're going to go back, and one more time close, and then back. I will do the first turn by me, then she goes back, and then she comes right inside and around. There it is. So we match together. together, the same very basic step, okay? Simplicity, all you do is you're marching a little bit fast, and then the turns at speed as how you're marching. So it makes a big difference. All right, so we're gonna go back again from the beginning. Now remember the very basic pattern. Always remember 2 legs together. Ideally, is always leave a little bit of space in between so your legs and knees can move together. We march by creating the first step by marching, and then march, and then march, and then march, side by side by side, by moving your hips and by moving your hands side by side. Okay? So that's how you dance together. All right. So we're going to continue to a third pattern. So here it is. Once we move together, what I did is, we're going to go back to this position right here. What we did is, whenever Vivi turned around, so I went in first, and then she went back, she comes right inside. Here it is. That's the second pattern. From here, I will exchange to a third pattern. Remember this, you can also dance with other rhythms too. She's going to come behind me in the opposite side. So we're going to zigzag, which means one hand goes to her right hand side and the other one to her left hand side. So it's called a zigzag dance. Why? It's into a Z style. Z, one, bring it up, and then to the opposite. By us doing this, is we're both moving the hips together, and we reverse it side by side again. One more time to your right. So from here, in order for me to get out of this position, all I have to do is raise one hand up in the air, right? So what we'll do is we'll meet it like this. Right up in the air, and I'm going to walk to the side by walking to the side by bringing this arm above my head. Now here it is, 2 arms in front of us, okay? I'm going to pull Vivi a little closer to me. Now my hand is lower. This is a position that I got to be very gentle because I'm going to pull this hand. I'm going to pull it all the way around until she's in front of me. That's one way. She faces me. I will reverse it until she faces the other way. Okay? So, let's do this again. So we're dancing together. Zigzag, side by side. We're going to pull back. I'm going to coordinate the very first turn by raising, and I go all the way around. Now I allow Vivi to come in closer. I'm to the third pattern. I'm going to go in front of her into a zigzag. We're going to reverse it. One more time to the opposite, and we'll do it on the fourth. Here it is, and right to the side. Right hand raises up in the air. I walk to the side by bringing both arms in front of me. Now we're stretching. I'm going to bring Vivi a little closer. From here, I control the turn by pulling that lower arm all the way around, and then she is in front of me. We're going to reverse it all day. There it is one more time, and reverse. And the last time, here it is. From here, I need to get out of it. So, we have this X pattern right here. In order for me to be able to get out, I'm going to coordinate one time that she's in front of me. When she's in front of me, I'm going to release my left arm until she faces me. She's facing me, so it's like a handshake. From here, we just exchange by releasing